Well, this really is shameful. Let's begin. Well, of course, every November a lot of us wear poppies as a sign of respect for our fathers and grandfathers who risked their lives to fight in the wars. And therefore you'd think, wouldn't you, that any event planned for these people, or memories of them, would just be waved through and allowed to happen. But that is far from the case if this story is anything to go by. It just makes me wonder what reason might that possibly be?
Well, I'm sorry, we spent way too much money on some sort of rainbow event earlier on in the year, so I'm afraid we'll have to give this one a miss.
Well, do you know what? I think all my subscribers are absolutely awesome, so why not click that button down there if you want to become one? The article says that fury has erupted in a Welsh town after a Remembrance Day parade had to be cancelled because the council deemed it to be too pricey to close the road. For decades, locals in the market town of Caldicot have looked forward to the popular Sunday parade so they can pay their respects to their fallen soldiers. But town councillors have said regrettably that the decision was taken after Gwent Police pulled out of managing the closures of the road for the parades in 2020. Last year the closures were managed by a private company commissioned by the council, but this year it has been decided that the cost of doing it again would just be too high. Well, I can understand why the police might have pulled out in 2020. I mean, they had far better things to do back then, didn't they, when they had to stop people for not wearing masks and things like that, which to be honest was a waste of police time in my opinion, but that was the rules at the time, wasn't it? But at the end of the day, there's just no excuse for this, is there? I mean, Remembrance Day, in my opinion, is a very important day to show our respects to the people who fought in the wars, and obviously veterans in general, and I don't think there should be any reason why they couldn't find the money. I mean, sure, they can raise some money somehow, can't they, or apply for some sort of council grant or something like that. But more often than not nowadays, it just seems like councils and governments in general bow down to the people who are causing disruption, or the woke brigade, or even some sort of event for the minority, rather than focusing on the majority. I'm not saying the minority isn't important, that obviously is, but so is the majority, and that is what they need to get their head around, in my opinion. Especially as some councils in the past, let's just say, haven't exactly added their sums up correctly. So I'm sure they could find the money if they wanted to. But then of course, I could be wrong. Peter Strong, the county councillor for Rudgett and Caldicot Town Council, insisted the decision to cancel a Remembrance Day parade was taken with the full knowledge of the Church and the Royal British Legion. He said that people should be reassured that there will be proper tributes to the fallen in Caldicot this year. There will not just be a service in the morning at the church, but also a service in the afternoon on Sunday and more on Friday. And of course I would like to see the parade go ahead again next year. Mind you, this isn't the only cutbacks that are being talked about, and the one in this video could actually affect us all in a very disgusting way. Anyway, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.